Good morning, Bix Weir, roaddoer.com with your morning one of Z's, your sip of chaga coffee. All right, I think I'm going to entitle this one, This Is It. This is what we've been preparing for the past 20 years. To a point, stock market's all looking like they're getting crushed. Europe's getting crushed. I can't tell you how many people sent me emails and texts saying, Trump's going to lock it down for 2 weeks, try to flatten the curve of the virus. So make sure you have like 48 hours to get ready. Could be. I don't know. If you're on the road to Ruta, you've been ready for a long time. You have your assets in your own possession. There is no more silver. There's no more silver. You can't find anywhere. If you can find them and pay like $25 an ounce, go for it. You can get a lot of it. Why? Look at this. Silver price down $2. In the world of supply and demand, where as demand goes up, supply should increase because people are paying more money. All the manufacturers are, oh my God, I got to make as much silver as possible. In the world of silver and gold, it works the opposite direction. It is insane. Obviously, look at the gold to silver ratio. What's that, 120 to 1? Yes, it is true. This is the end game for silver, meaning the silver riggers. Why do you think they haven't put the hammer down on JP Morgan yet? Any day when this shit falls apart, Jamie Dimon, Blythe Masters will be in jail on RICO charges. Obviously, if you can find silver, buy it at any price. Because when this is over, after they shut down the markets and start new markets, you can't even. Who knows where the price of silver will be? $600, $700, $800 an ounce, if you can find it. So that's where we are. This is the end game. We talked about a long time that the markets would shut down. I do believe Trump's going to do something very soon. I don't know if it's in the next 48 hours, but you should be ready by now anyway. Okay? The problem right now is this. The U.S. now almost has 4,000 when just a couple days ago it had 2,000. And then a few more days before that it had 100. So yes, the testing does something. It shows just how many people have it. It's all over the place. And no, it's not just old people. And no, it's not just, people who have decrepit health that are going to die. This covers everybody, and it's not going to end in the summer, obviously. How do I know that? How do I know it's not like a normal virus that ends in the summer? Because it's summer in a lot of places, and it's still spreading. It is summer in a lot of places on planet Earth right now, and it's still spreading. So no, it's not going to die off when it gets hot. Anyway, yeah, so keep an eye on the news. You should be where you need to be to hunker down. The monetary system and all that, great time for the good guys to make arrests. The bad guys, of course, will try to take charge, so just be careful. Remember, hang on to your freedom, hang on to your liberty the best you can, because they're going to try to take it from you, the bad guys will. This would be a good test for the good guys. Can they do what they put Trump in there to do, which was to be the bull in the china shop? Behind the scenes, there are people. Absolutely. Do they have a plan for after the crash? I don't think so. But for during the crash and arresting all these people, they probably have a good plan. After the crash, we're going to have to make this up as we go. Make it up on our own. Coronavirus is going to be around here for a long, long time. Long, long time. Yes, all the crypto's getting bashed too. Again, your cryptos haven't changed at all if you hold them in your own possessions. You weren't going to sell them today. You're not going to sell them next week. You're not going to sell them when they lock down the United States, which could be any hour now. According to all these texts I'm getting, I have a friend in the military. I have a friend at the CDC. And they're all saying 48 hours, and then we lock down for 2 weeks. And the reason I lock down for 2 weeks, well, there'd be a lot of reasons. The number one reason is to flatten the curve so that everybody doesn't spike with the coronavirus at the same time, destroying our health care system. And if we lock down for 2 weeks, it'll probably go on for a month. So hang on tight. Be where you need to be. Have enough food, water, medicine. But you guys know this already. And you should have already prepared for this. If you haven't, good luck waiting in line at the stores. You listened to the wrong people. If you have, this is the time. I will keep this communication going as long as they have the internet up and running, which I think will be a #1 priority. I don't know if it'll be free to tell information. Probably will be in the United States. A lot better than China, which blocked all internet information coming in and out. But in the United States, I think the internet will be up and going. We'll absolutely demand the truth from our public officials. There's so many of them. We pay them so much money. They better do a good job. And for a good job for Trump right now, it'd probably be lock it down sooner rather than later, and then slowly reopen it. No, the exchanges won't be trading. No, you won't be able to go to your bank and pull out all your money. Too late for that. Most likely. Depends how much money you have. They will put restrictions on ATMs. They might have already done it. I don't know. Anyway, let's just run through down the list. Did Zero Hedge. Gotta love Zero Hedge. Assume everyone is infected. US and Europe wake up to world in lockdown as the death toll rises. Yes, remember, it goes case, cluster, cluster, boom. Case, cluster, cluster. Chris Martinson. Amazing guy. I subscribe to his channel now. Case, cluster, cluster, boom. And the boom is when the cases grow, and then all of a sudden exponential growth. Bang, hockey stick. Now, I had it going out a couple more months on my timeline. It wasn't necessarily because of the virus, but the economic system, they can't report earnings. That's what I'm trying to tell everybody. They won't be allowed to report earnings in April for the first quarter. And these banks won't last this thing. They won't last much longer. This is the destruction of the old system. Deutsche Bank to split teams globally amid virus crisis. Don't you remember like 2 months ago when Deutsche Bank was, everybody's waiting for the derivative blow up and they had to have everything perfect just to stay in business? The derivatives blew up. And now they're shutting down everything. I do expect them to freeze the markets before they crash to zero. Freeze the markets. As in Dick Allgire's, everybody bashing against each other. All the computers bashing against each other. I think that's happening. R.I.P. Bond Vigilantes. The world of endless QE is here. A ray of hope. Usage of Fed's repo ops slide. Doesn't matter anymore. The problem behind the scenes is quadrillions, not billions. Fed Empire Survey crashes to the most ever at 11-year lows. Just close the whole thing up. CNBC Aker melts down, begs for market to close on Twitter because he knows the fair market value of the Dow is going to be zero. Zero. They have more debt than they have assets. And all businesses are shutting down. That's a zero market. All companies are bankrupt now. So yes, they should shut down all markets if they want to just pretend that they have any wealth left. IMF prepares $1 trillion bazooka. Not going to help. Quarantine easing fails. S&P, Brent down 10%. European banks hit all-time lows. Remember in the Road to Ruta documents, price of oil drops so low that it just crushes the banks who invested in oil-related assets. VIX is broken. U.S. equity ETF signal massive opening losses. Remember, as people were investing, they were told to invest in the same things. All the banks invested in the same things. Everything goes up because everybody's investing in the same things. When it comes down, it's opening the fire hose and getting a little Dixie cup trying to fix it up. It ain't going to work. Emergency. SMEs face global crunch drowned in liquidity. New York City and LA mayors bar nightlife, gyms, and restaurants to shut except for delivery. Well, you think these delivery guys want to get anywhere close to people? No, they don't. Elites are buying these emergency $5,000 to-go bags. Putin unleashes strategic hell on the U.S. Moved to break OPEC and then watched Mohammed bin Salman break OPEC with Putin's big judo-style reversal move. And by doing so, in less than a week, he has completely shut down the U.S. financial system. I wouldn't blame Putin. You know, I want to blame is the people who rigged the markets in the first place. How could we get in such a position? It's got to do with Steve Mnuchin and rigging the markets, and every Treasury Secretary, every Fed member, back to the Arthur Burns, the head of the Fed in the late 1960s, had his intern, Alan Greenspan, invent computer programs to create an electronic financial system and rig the markets for, what is that, 50 years. This is the end game. It is partly planned, it is partly not planned. We are now part of the battle between the good guys and the bad guys. The bad guys set off this thing. Great time for the good guys to come in and say, that's it. We're done. UK missed the containment window. Unprepared for virus crisis, troops could be deployed. Trump is not going to miss that window. He's going to lock it down sooner rather than later. So when I got that, all the emails and texts and all that saying, hey, we got 48 hours to stock up before Trump pulls the plug, I don't know if we have that much time. He might pull the plug today. And pull the plug means everybody stay home. Now, the obvious problems with that is everybody's going to run to the store at the same time. Chaos, mass chaos. Another problem, everybody's going to try to get to where they need to go for the hunker down. Now, I think it was Dick Allgaier or one of the remote viewers saw huge lines of traffic. Huge. Like endless traffic. Like being stuck there. People abandoning cars. When there's that kind of traffic jam where you abandon your car, nobody's going anywhere. So get to the place you need to be. Chinese tycoon mysteriously disappears after criticizing Xi's virus response. Of course, you don't criticize the Chinese government. Crazy. Anyway, yep, it's happening. Hang in there, my friends. I will have as many updates as I can get up. And, I don't know how long YouTube's going to be running. Obviously, the ads are going to go away. Why? Because companies can't afford to pay for any ad if the banks are locked down. That's your little update this morning. I will keep you apprised of what's going on. Keep an eye. If you don't have any food and water, get it this morning before you go back and hunker down. You should have that anyway, though. How long have we talked about that? Long, long time. Long time. All right? Hang in there. I will keep you up to date. This is Bix signing out.